When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Dropping back, it's Sayin. The sure hands, it's Peoples. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Takes the handoff. It's Peoples. Still running at the 40. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. That's not the way you'd like to start this set of downs. It's now 1st and 20. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
And these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired. But you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now, it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
Pocket breaking down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Looking for room, it's Haynes. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. They've climbed into the top 25. Nothing has been given to these guys, but they're quickly becoming a problem for everybody else.
Well, they are, and they earned that number beside their name. They've played really, really well. The question is now, can you keep it? David, how many times in the past have we seen a team outside the top 25 finally get ranked and then get blown out the very next week?
And there's not a lot of difference between 25 and 45. A lot of times, so many people close together. So earn that ranking and try to keep climbing.
And the Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Under fire. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And how about this defense? Your offense goes right down the field, scores on the first drive, and now you come out, get a big sack on 3rd down, and force a punt. You talk about creating momentum early and shutting the home crowd up. Mission accomplished.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. They'll go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Pulls it in. It's Tate. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
Looking to throw for it. He wants to go deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down.
Nice execution by the offense on 3rd down, understanding what they had to do to get the 1st down, pass complete, move the sticks, new set of downs.
Oh, he's got some space. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. The give to the tailback. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. 4-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in your recruiting class.
Trying the left side. Brought down at the 27. It's a 5-yard pickup on the play.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskell.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
He's got the tight end. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I mean, I can go back to 2006 when they were 1-2 in the country. You know, like, these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry. Bo Schembechler at Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even have one.
Get it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Looking to pass. It's Sayin. Here comes the heat. Hit as he throws. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries, a great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more often than not, these are two teams competing for national championships at the end of the year. And
the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
A quick pass to the left. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. On the run, it's Peoples. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Scanning the field, it's Sayin. Pressure coming. They wrap him up, and boy, that comes when the defense needed it the most. The Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. Bring it out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll take it on the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Running back searching for a hole. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Guys, let's chat about Michigan. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and, man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, it's so important for these college teams. They'll fit right in.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
A strike downfield. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. This dude is having a day, and with that one, he's halfway to Chase Young's 4-sack single-game record.
Go get it, young fella. Just quickness, speed off the edge, getting to the quarterback. You got to be relentless when you're chasing the quarterback. And Chase Young's record, if you can go get that, you go get that big fella, that superstar, woof, that would be a...
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
Now look, you don't see kickers on highlight tapes too often. That 61-yard field goal is going to make every highlight reel in the country. Wow.
Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. A safe call on the wide receiver screen.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Buckeyes have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. They'll go back to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Wants to return it. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Wolverines can really attack on this second and short. Going to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
And the Wolverines come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Quarterback making adjustments. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Rushes on him, and the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Wolverines will call on their punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Looking downfield on first down. With the catch, it's Smith.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. You better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the offense will decline that penalty after the big play. After that penalty, now they're set up inside the red zone on 1st and 10. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Nice move to keep running. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They're trying to seal the edge off right tackle. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. And the Buckeyes will try to pick it up on 4th down. Pulls and fires complete. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
That's caught. It's Haynes. Open space at the 25. There he goes down the right side. Past the 30. Past the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Michigan.
what a game-changing type play. The offense throwing the football deep in their own end, and they're probably thinking to themselves, hey, let's just get some more space. Let's try to get a first down and give ourselves room to work with. What an individual effort by the receiver after he had the ball in his hand, taking it all the way, coast to coast on that touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Graham. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Bring in the heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Sayin. Under fire. Across the 25, he's got room. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
And this defense, how about it, man? Putting some pressure on the quarterback, getting the big sack, but now letting him take off and get so many yards back and climb back in this 3rd down situation. Good response by this offense from a disastrous first down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Kick is in the air. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Sets up the screen. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the 2nd level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
And the rush will get to him at the 25. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. From the comfort of the pocket, he fires it to the right. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. And the Wolverines with the 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Here's the pressure. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
And we've called his name a lot, and that's interception number 6. That's 6. He just continues to find ways to find the football and make plays for this defense.
Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Going for it all. He's got it at the 25. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. Timeout, Ohio State. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
I like the play call there. I know it falls incomplete, but you're in the defensive side of the field right now, and you're going back to the guy that's already scored a touchdown for you. This guy has stepped up. He's made a play. So if I'm on offense, I keep throwing him the football.
And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. One more snap coming before halftime. Wants to throw. It's Keene. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now.
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field. Because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Throws to the wideout. Snags it. And he will score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Ohio State is dotting Michigan's eye as the Buckeyes are firmly in control.
And Ohio State, you know, they've let a few get away from their rival in Michigan, and they're trying to get that back. So they came into this one with a chip on their shoulder. They're not always used to being in that position when they play against Michigan. But, David, in the second half here, it's all Buckeyes.
Yeah, and you know you got to be physical. When you play the Wolverines, you know the type of brand that they play. Ohio State has matched that physicality. They have been ready. They were ready for the game, and they've handled business.
And right down the middle. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll send the tight end in motion. On the ground, it's Haynes. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Looking to throw on first down. Throwing right. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
That's reeled in. It's Graham. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Sayin. Working that wide receiver screen. There he goes. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige when you've got the playmakers you have offensively. Just keep chucking them.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
But listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with that clock in your head. You can't take a sack.
And I think this is a situation where I spread you out. I get more speed on the field. I make the defense declare. I see what they're in, but I'm definitely throwing the football.
And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Underwood. Quick completion on the out route. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. Completing a forward pass was much like solving the Rubik's Cube for Michigan a year ago, but now, Jesse, they have the nation's top recruit in Bryce Underwood, and the key is to develop him.
Yes, because he is the future for Michigan. There is no question about it. We just saw just 2 seasons ago when you've got a quarterback who's dynamic, who's highly recruited and developed, a guy like J.J. McCarthy, the sky's the limit for Michigan. You can win national championships. That's the hope for the Wolverines moving forward.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in...
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And they almost had another one. Rare is the occasion when you're happy to see 4th down, but it's better than throwing another pick.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
Here's a heat. Blasted as he lets it go. It's incomplete. A fourth down stop and the turnover on downs. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the pummeling has started. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking to throw on first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
First down and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Unleashes one. Got his man downfield. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it first and 10 just outside the 40. Looking downfield on first down. Extending the play. Now he's going to throw back to the middle. He holds it in and nobody's close. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. Wants to throw again. Pocket breaking down. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Now he's going to break the pocket. Couldn't find anybody open, just threw it away, and that's a smart move. You want to avoid the turnover, especially in the red zone. It'll be fourth down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Had to settle for the field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
And the Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Handoff to the single back. Gets away from one, finds room. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. The Buckeyes are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there. So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. He lets one fly deep. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He is going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels, not able to connect.
Looking for a huge play. And it's incomplete. The defense knocks it away as we have knocked down 3 quarters and head to the 4th. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Under fire. He'll pull it down. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. The Wolverines want to crank the tempo. To the air on 1st down. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the 4th quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he's thrown another interception. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The defense takes matters into its own hands. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking for a man, it's Underwood. Right down the middle. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. So much for the tough field position. One play and you're already to the 35. You always hear put it on the tight end's body, Jesse, but with this guy, you don't have to all the time.
No, he's got long arms, Reese, and he's athletic. I mean, this guy can jump. He can go vertical. He can go horizontal. That, my friend, was a stab. That was incredible.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Haynes. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Here comes the heat. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. And the Wolverines want to pick up the tempo.
Yeah, and they get him again. This is a offense that you expect them to protect their game.
He's going for it all. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Looking for space. It's ball. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Pulls it in. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called, guys, offensively all game long, or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Nothing says my offense stinks like punting on first down. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on 3rd down. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down.
And this is the part of the game where you could really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead, the big running back. He's physical in the 4th quarter, starting to get a little bit tired. Let's see if he can keep this going.
That is no good. Guys, after this dominating performance, I guess the head coach wanted to be able to yell at the special teams coordinator. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Looking to throw, it's Keene. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. On 3rd down, going up top. Safe completion on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
I think moving forward on 3rd down, this offense is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive and try to throw it vertically. You start throwing the ball around the line of scrimmage against these guys, they've got way too much speed, and you saw it right there.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Got a man. It's O'Leary. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Wolverines in the hurry-up.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
So that penalty will give this offense a little boost. Here comes 2nd and 10. Going up top again. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air, it's Keem. Shoots it to the left. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Takes a hit as he fires. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now, because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after that missed 4th down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, you know, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Motion from the back. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Caught in the backfield, it's Ball. At the 45, on his way. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. I know they were expected to win this game, and they're just about to finish it off, but there is something to be said for handling this type of pressure.
Handling it and squashing it. I mean, what an unbelievable job proving that you're one of the best teams in the country. Like, leave no doubt. That's a good football team on the other side of the field, Palmer, that they just took apart.
Yeah, they've been able to fight complacency all season long. It seems like it never matters who's lined up across from them. They're bringing their A-plus game to the yard, and they did that here today. Statement delivered.
I'm sure they would have liked to have locked up a bowl trip much earlier in the season, but in this particular case, what does bowl eligibility mean for the offseason?
Well, it means